if it does lower down the prices, that'll be great.
While the federal government's removal of the carbon tax has lowered gas prices elsewhere in the country, Quebec isn't reaping those benefits, and the province is banking on increased competition to lower costs at the pump by removing the minimum gas price.
What we've seen is the gas prices have been going down elsewhere in Canada, and in Quebec they decided to actually keep that process. It's not actually a carbon tax, it's a more complex system that we have in Quebec. And the government, for now, they decided to keep it as is. We have to know that this money that's being used, that's being collected with that tax, actually is supposed to be going to project reducing gas emissions in Quebec.
Quebec Minister of Economy and Energy Christine Fréchette announced Monday that she will table an amendment to Bill 69, the province's sweeping energy reform, to remove the minimum price for gasoline and other fuels.
You could see, let's say, a station saying, you know what, every Thursday I'm going to put the price 30 cents lower and I'm going to get a bigger share of market. So that's what we think could happen.
We still need to see where it goes, but as just the idea of paying less for gas and not having a minimum, I think that would be good.
Gas prices in Quebec are like really high. I recently been to Ontario, like Toronto last week. So over there, like prices were pretty affordable. I think like for working class, like it's too much.
At 1:30 p.m. Monday, the best gas price in Montreal was in Anjou at $1.49 a litre. Here in LaSalle, it was $1.56.9, and earlier in the day on de Maisonneuve and de Lorimier, it was at $1.57. The best prices in the province were seen in Gatineau at $1.38, compared to Ontario's best at $1 a litre.
I wish it was like that. Whenever I go to Ontario, I fill up my car.
Quebec says the current mechanism limits competition between retailers and leads to higher prices in the long term. Patrick Dehaan of GasBuddy.com doesn't think removing the minimum will have a major impact.
Retailers are likely the least profitable of anyone up the stream. Typically, the government is collecting far more tax than the retailer makes. So the improvement here would be if the Quebec carbon tax would be scrapped rather than altering a policy that is likely to have a very minute impact, if any at all. We'd be talking about maybe competition pushing prices down by maybe a penny or two a litre compared to the provincial carbon tax at 17.6 cents a litre. That's far more.
Premier François Legault previously said he wanted to wait for the results of the federal election before making a decision on its carbon pricing.
Every cent can make a difference.
In Montreal, Alyssia Rubertucci, City News.